Hello and welcome to this week's edition of In Conversation. My name is Dr. Karl and Katherine. I'm the school's relation manager. I'm delighted to be joined today by Dr. Catherine Lloyd-Clark, who's our Assistant Director for Student Recruitment and Admissions. Hi Catherine, how are you?
Hi Carl, hello everyone. I'm really well, thank you, and I hope all of you are too and not too nervous about results day coming up. Hope you're also enjoying a bit of R&R across the summer.
We hope so. Catherine, you mentioned there, results are just about 2 weeks away in terms of A-level results. 10th of August is the day. What's the process in terms of what's going to happen on that day for students?
Okay, Carl. So I hope you're all not too nervous about results. Hopefully, it's going to be a nice, calm process for everybody this year. Results will be coming out on that Tuesday the 10th. Seems very odd to me that it's the Tuesday, not the Thursday, after 25 years of results day being a Thursday, but means you're going to get those results nice and early in the week and hopefully plenty of time to celebrate. So results come out on the 10th. You won't be receiving any communication from universities until at or after 8:30 in the morning on the 10th. That's because there's something called the UCAS embargo, which means we can't communicate with you up until that moment. But then the first thing that will be happening at Exeter is that we'll be sending confirmation and congratulations emails to the people that have got places on the 10th. And we will also be running live chat and telephone support for anyone who isn't sure about their admissions position. We do hope to have as many decisions as possible made by results day. So even if you've narrowly missed conditions, we hope to have got a decision for you. You'll be able to see that decision on UCAS through the UCAS track facilities. But that, of course, won't tell you your A-level results themselves. You'll need to log into your school portal or whatever examinations portal you've been given to get the grades themselves. Do that first and then check UCAS track, because if you've slightly missed conditions, you've then got a nice surprise if you've been accepted at university anyway. If for some reason you haven't been accepted at either your firm or your insurance choice, then it's really a good idea to reach out to your school or college for a little bit of support with the clearing process. It's going to be very important to act quickly in clearing this year in case there are a narrower range of places available nationally. We don't know that for sure, but it may be that clearing is quite a competitive process this year. So speed is of the essence, I would say there. If you've done a lot better than you expected, then you may have access to the adjustment process, which is limited to those people who've exceeded the conditions of their offer. So again, in that case, it's about looking at whether universities you're interested in are advertising places in adjustment. They don't have to. So unfortunately, you can't rely on there being adjustment places available at the university you may be, really dreamed of going to. Check on their web pages. And actually, almost the easiest way of doing that these days is just typing straight into Google search or whatever browser you use, clearing an adjustment and the name of the university you're interested in, and that should get you straight to the relevant web page with all of the vacancy listings there for you.
So you've mentioned there several possibilities that could happen on the day when results come out. You've got the doing better than expected and looking at adjustment possibilities. You have the narrowly missing grades but still being accepted, or missing grades and not being accepted in terms of meeting the offer, in terms of offer of the university that you applied for. Where can students get advice, I guess, is the key question there. You highlighted UCAS track as a source of information. You've also highlighted universities. Where should they be going?
Yeah, so hopefully you'll be aware with your school or college what support they're providing on results day. They may be able to help you work through what your best options are. But do bear in mind that if you have to speak to universities, it's best if you do that, not your school or college or your teacher. Though we will be happy to speak to whoever you've made as your nominated UCAS contact. For some people, that's an advisor at school or a head of sixth form, for example. Lots and lots of people have put one of their parents as the nominated contact. So you might just need to check on UCAS who you put down as your nominated contact. So if you're a bit upset and you don't want to speak to us yourselves and you'd like somebody to do it on your behalf, that it's the nominated contact, because otherwise we won't be able to go into the specifics of your case with you. We'll only be able to give very general information and advice. But Karl, UCAS also run an applicant helpline at that time of year, and they're running that via telephone support and social media support as well. So there'll be lots of opportunities to reach out there. There are also some very useful kind of little videos and podcasts that support people through the clearing process. And information, for example, we've got some really nice testimonies, if you like, from students who came via clearing, just to kind of reassure in a way that even if it wasn't plan A for you, sometimes the plan B works out way better than you expect. And there are lots and lots of testimonies from students who've joined us through clearing. And indeed, I'm sure other universities have the same, to underline, that actually that can work out really well, even if it wasn't what you first hoped. So a little bit of flexibility of mind, really, and a little bit of belief that even if you've been a bit disappointed, things will work out for you, I think is really important on results day.
That's great. Now, Katherine, let's go ahead and sort of time warp and pretend that it's now past the 10th of August and results have come and gone. What happens next? What will students be hearing? How will they be receiving communications from universities? How does that work?
Yeah, so the first thing there to say, Karl, is that for Exeter, if you've got an offer from us and your place has been confirmed, after you've had that congratulations email from us on the morning of the 10th of August, there could be a bit of a lull, and when you won't necessarily hear directly from us again. So what we have to do at that time is wait for all of our new student numbers to settle down, so that we've got the kind of full cohort of people who will be joining us in September. And we have to move those records from the admissions area into the student area, and we have to generate kind of student accounts and registration login details. And that process takes a little bit of time. So not to worry if you don't immediately hear on the 11th or the 12th of August about the registration process and the joining instructions. You will hear from us with that by email in late August. You will also hear from accommodation if you've applied for University of Exeter accommodation by the appropriate deadlines, or you've subsequently maybe joined us through clearing and you've submitted an accommodation application. They will be in touch with you separately. That all goes through the accommodation office at that time of year rather than admissions. And they also run telephone support for you to kind of ask any questions that you have on the accommodation side. So those are really the key things, I think, to stress, Karl. Not to worry if you don't hear from admissions again until the end of August. There's lots of information on our new student web pages about what will happen and what to bring and things like that. So all of that information is there for you, but there's no need to panic if you don't hear from us again for a little while.
So no panicking, and everything comes electronically. So it's all
That's
via email.
right. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Katherine, thank you very much for that great insight into what will happen in the coming weeks. And thank you for listening. We'll be back again next week, so please do join us again. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone. Good luck.